guys, it's Sophie and welcome to another video. Today we are going to be doing the Booktube Not-So-Newbie Tag. So this is an original tag. I wanted to talk about this but hadn't seen anyone doing any tags on it and thought, you know what, rather than doing a discussion, why not make a tag and then everyone else can join in if they want to. So this video is really aimed for people who have been booktubing for less than a year. It doesn't really matter, in my opinion, whether it's that long or longer, but it's really for people who are starting out and sort of their experiences for the first sort of section of booktube. Okay, so the first question is, how long have you been making videos? So I've been making videos for a month now, which seems like it's been so much longer. I feel like I've been doing this for a really long time, but it's only been a month, and I think maybe the reason it feels like it's been longer is because actually I'm putting out quite a lot of content. I'm really enjoying it, so I'm just putting out more things than I imagined I would. You know, days like today I might put out 3 videos, that's a lot for me. And question 2 is, what are your favourite kinds of videos to film? So I really like doing haul videos because I get so excited about the books I have, and it's so lovely to be able to share it with someone, and I love it when you guys are excited and sort of chatting about that back. They're also my favourite videos to watch, so that's sort of part of that. I think second to that are the discussion videos. I really like having a good old moan about an issue with you guys, seeing what you think, and you know, sort of getting a chance to vent almost when there's not too many other people there to vent to. Question 3. What's been the best thing about booktube so far? So for me, it's been the ability to talk with people about books in an enthusiastic way without feeling like I'm boring anyone. I know that if you're here and you're watching my videos and you are subscribed, it's because you like the content I'm putting out, whereas, you know, chatting with my brother, chatting with my boyfriend, they normally just aren't that interested in what I have to say. They'll listen politely, bless them, but to have someone who's genuinely interested, genuinely wants to know, that's been the best thing for me. And the worst thing, I think the worst thing for me, and it's a really little thing, is the fact that my camera needs to charge like all the time. And I always forget, and I'll stop filming a video and then it'll either cut out or I'll just realise I haven't got enough and I have to stop it and start all over again. And yeah, that and the lighting in this house is so bad. There are hardly any windows that sort of go directly outside. A lot of them are through sort of hallways, so it just strips the light from you completely. I film where I am now, I probably get the best light in my bedroom, but it's not where I'd ideally like to film. I'd like to film for my bookcases, but then I'm relying on a lamp, and it's just, yeah. So really the technical aspect of things is what annoys me more than anything else. I would love to be able to have some of the setups that, you know, other people have, and have like studio lighting and just be able to film whatever, but mine is literally just a lamp shining in my face, and relying on the sunlight, which in the UK is a very hazardous activity. And question 5 is, what thing above all else didn't you expect when you were going into booktubing? So for me, it's been how much I've enjoyed editing the videos. I didn't think I'd enjoy that at all. In fact, at the very beginning, I didn't think I'd edit at all, but before I sort of went into it all, I watched a fair few videos on how-tos for the sort of really beginners, and a lot of people said, you know, editing is key, and being able to handle your video and make it look as though you're seamlessly chatting to people is really important. And I do have a lot of pauses in my videos, a lot of ums, so being able to edit, you know, it makes it more fun, and I really enjoy the process. I really like sitting down with a cup of tea and editing for like half an hour. Sometimes I enjoy that more than filming some days, so that's something I didn't think I'd like at all, and it's not really something I thought I'd do. Question 6. How has booktube affected your reading? So for me, it's made me read more, really. I read 20 books or 19 books in January, but then in the 2 months that I've been involved in booktubing, if not making content throughout the whole thing, so I've been interested in getting my camera and getting all excited, I read 23 then 21 books, so it's beating my earlier year where I actually thought I was reading lots and I was on holiday. It's making me read more because I want to be able to interact with you guys, and part of it is that reading the books means I have more to talk about, and it's just, yeah, it's just pushing me on. It's making me so much more enthusiastic about it, and it's just making me read in larger quantities than I might do, and also getting a bit of insight as to what kind of books you think I'd be interested in. So I always find it interesting when people want my opinion on something I have read, or make a suggestion based on something I've read. I find that really lovely. Question 7. How has it affected your TBR pile? So luckily I'm reading a lot because I'm also buying books. I am trying not to. You're probably aware I'm doing 0 by 16 and that's actually quite a big thing in my reading this year, but I am buying more books. I had a time I only bought a couple in February and March, but then April and May. I've bought rather a lot, I think 18 total in May. So luckily I'm reading at a high enough rate that it's not pushing my TBR up too much, and the way I'm considering 0 by 16 is that I will count 0 as when I've read all the books I had at the beginning of the year, and I hope that I'd finish all the hauled books too, because I've only got sort of 6 or so that are still there. The idea for me would be to have none of the books I had at the beginning of the year still there at the end of the year, which I should hopefully be able to do in the next few months, I think, and then working on the TBR, because the whole TBR is you're gonna buy books, well, I am anyway, and they're gonna keep ticking over, and that's fine. I don't mind having sort of 6 or 7 books in total, but I want, when it's December 31st, I want 0 books that I haven't read that I have in my house, which is going to be hard because I think I'm going to discount Christmas, because otherwise it's just not possible, because Christmas equals books for me. Question 8. Do you think anything has changed about the way you're recording videos now than when you first started? So for me, as I said, it's only been a month, so it's not going to be, life-changing alterations to the way I'm filming these videos, but I think one thing is I'm just so much more comfortable having a chat with you, and just it feels like I'm speaking to someone now. I found it quite difficult to start with when there's just 0 watching, 0 subscribing, and you're just talking almost like into the void. But now there's people behind it, and I can see you guys interacting, I can see you interested. It makes me so much more comfortable to know that actually you are enjoying what I'm doing and I'm not just babbling on to myself. And question 9 is, do you feel there have been any other substantial changes? So either with yourself, with your perception of things, or maybe in some of the things you're actually doing day to day. So I think for me, one of the things that's actually quite drastically changed in my thought process since beginning Booktube is thinking a lot more about publishing. So something that sort of seems to come along with Booktube is that discussion of publishers and that discussion of the people behind the books beyond the author, who obviously you're aware of when you pick the book up, but having some sort of insight into the industry and seeing a bit more about where the books are coming from and the kinds of people that are making them and how they get put out. I find that really interesting. I really would like to learn more about that, and it's something that you see the sort of higher level booktubers do a relatively large amount of, because they do correspond with publishers and they do sort of interview authors and all those exciting things. But just, from my perspective, being able to watch that and to be able to sort of be a little bit of a part of understanding that is really valuable for me, and has sort of been really interesting, and I didn't think that would be part of this at all. Okay, and the last question is, would you recommend Booktube to a friend? So I definitely would. I think the community is so lovely. I think that everyone is way more accepting than I thought they would be. Whenever I've made any videos before, I have had probably more views per video, but so many negative comments that I've just taken everything I've made down before Booktube. And I've not had that here. People are either just not thinking the negative things, or they just aren't putting them out there in such a nasty way, and that just makes it so much more sort of accepting, and I feel much more comfortable to put content out there. I'm not worrying about whether someone's going to insult me or say I'm, being naive or stupid, which is what happened a lot when I was filming before. I think it's a really supportive place, and I think it's a place that everyone can find a little niche. For myself, finding that niche between adult and YA and seeking out other YouTubers who are doing the same, that's great fun. And I would say that if you're out there and you're thinking of starting a Booktube channel, have a go. Like, just make your first video, even if you don't delete it, you don't upload it, it doesn't matter. Just do it, see if you have fun with it, just use the webcam on your laptop or whatever, and just have a go at chatting with people the same way I am now. And I guarantee you'll find something that you like about it if you do like watching the content too. Okay, so I'm going to tag people down below. I want to try and find some people to tag who've been around on Booktube about the same length of time as I have. I think that'd be really interesting. But as I said, if you've been on Booktube for like under a year, I think this would be a really good tag to have a go at, and I'd love to know what your answers would be. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you ever so soon in my next video. Bye bye.